Hey, what is up everybody? Zero Fats here coming at you on behalf of adventuresontheriver.com, the place where you can learn how to earn a full-time income using the power of Amazon as well as the rest of the internet. It's a big site, teach a lot of stuff in there. But what I want to teach you right now is I want to teach you ebook in an hour training. I did this training a while back and I want to update it, man. I want to update it for 2015. And I want to show you guys how to make an ebook in about an hour. Now, before we get into this, I want to address a few things. We're going to be talking about recipes, and we're going to be talking about other things like recipes, like sports statistics and exercises and stuff like that. Simple, non-copyrightable content. Simple content that cannot be copyrighted. Anybody is free to use it, okay? But before we get into this ebook in an hour training, I want to show you guys just a couple things. And the first thing I want to show you is this, okay? Our recipes, copyrightable, alright? This will probably alleviate a lot of concerns, People think that, recipes are copyrightable, and they're not, they're not. Mere lists of ingredients are not copyrightable. This is the U.S. Copyright Office, is copyright.gov. This is a government website right here, okay? And we can see right here, copyright law does not protect recipes that are mere listings of ingredients, nor does it protect other mere listings of ingredients, such as those found in formulas, compounds, or prescriptions. Copyright protection may, however, extend to substantial literary expression. That's a description, an explanation, or illustration, for example, that accompanies a recipe or formula, or to a combination of recipes as in a cookbook. So what that's saying is, you can use the list of ingredients and you can use the basic directions for preparation on the recipe. Okay, you can use the list of ingredients and the basic preparation. You can use the basic directions for preparation. Only original works of authorship are protected by copyright. Original means that an author produced a work by his or her own intellectual effort instead of copying it from an existing work. Okay. So what's the bottom line here? The bottom line is if you go to a site, smoothie recipes, you type that in, and you go to a site like this site here, for instance, and you see a smoothie, okay? This is not copyrightable, okay? You can copy this whole thing, and you can use it in your own recipe book. You see, you got a bunch of smoothie recipes here about different things. Now, you're free to say, well, you know what, I'm going to do a smoothie recipe book about energy smoothies, And you're free to look around the internet and find energy smoothie recipes and use them in your book. You're free to do this. It's not copyrightable content, okay? Now, here's what I will say. When you look at copyright.gov, they talk about forms of expression. Okay. Now, let's say this website right here. They got a list here. 50 smoothies. Whip up a fruity breakfast, snack, or dessert in seconds. 50 smoothies. They got a list here of 50 smoothies. Now that list, they put it together, and it's a form of expression. You cannot copy this whole list of recipes, okay? That's not cool. It's a no-no. That's their form of expression. Just like if you say to yourself, I want to make 20 energy smoothies, right? And you pull them from different places. You use different sources for your recipes. Now that group of recipes together, that collection of recipes that you created, that's a form of expression. No one else can just copy your exact list of recipes. They can't do it, okay? So that's one thing I want to point out right there. First of all, recipes are not copyrightable. Second of all, okay, if you put a collection of recipes together, that collection is copyrightable, alright? It's a form of expression. So just keep that in mind, okay? Now, that's the copyright thing, and that's great. So, one, let's point this out. Recipes and mere listings of ingredients like formulas and statistics are not copyrightable. This is content that's free to use. Number two, number two, a collection of said recipes or formulas or statistics is copyrightable as a whole. Okay, so like basically, if I say, well, you know, I'm going to publish the statistics for the the Los Angeles Dodgers all the way back to the inception of the team. I'm going to publish all the catcher statistics for this team all the way back. It's a whole collection of specific statistics that I published, right? It's a form of expression, and I'm allowed to copyright that exact list that I did. Okay, no one else can come along and just copy my exact list and then put their own book out. That's a form of expression. I put that together. I had to use my own thought, my own expression to put that list together, right? So as a whole, I can copyright it. Okay, but the individual statistics are just facts, and you can't copyright a fact. Okay, you cannot copyright a fact. Just like a collection of ingredients, you know, you can't copyright basic ingredients, and you can't copyright basic cooking directions. Okay, you can't do it. Why do you think that so many recipes have secret ingredients and were protected over the years? Because they know that, you know, recipes are not copyrightable. Anyone's free to make the recipe. Anyone's free to publish or print the recipe. Okay, anyone's free to do this. Okay, now the third thing I want to point out to you guys before we start this ebook in an hour training is this. Okay, Amazon does not care about the copyright law too much. Okay, this is what they care about more. They care about quality control. Okay, so what that means is, if you take my example and you go to like 20 different websites and you pull recipes from 20 different websites, okay, what that means is Amazon and their bots, Amazon's algorithms and bots, they might still see that hey, look, man, this information that you got in this book is freely available. It's freely available. Okay, we don't want you to publish it on our platform. All right, it's freely available information. So there's a few things you want to do to get around that, because number one, by law, you're allowed to make recipe books. Okay, you're allowed to make recipe books. All right, look. Who is Betty Crocker? Who is Betty Crocker? How many recipe books has this company made? How many recipe books have they put out? Just tons and tons and tons and tons, right? Just tons. Okay. These are shared recipes. All right. These are shared recipes. Betty Crocker doesn't come up with all these recipes. You know, this is a company they use thousands of people's recipes in their books. All right. Shared. They publish. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, but anyways, with Amazon, there's a quality control issue. So here's what we're going to use from the recipe. Okay, when we make these recipe books, here's what we're going to use. Okay, let's look at this: 20 super healthy recipes. Let's just look at. Let's say we're going to do a recipe book about, you know, energy smoothies. Okay, let me do a more specific search here. Energy smoothies. Let's just do energy smoothies. How to make a smoothie that doubles your energy. Let's just because I want to show you guys what you use from the recipe and what you don't. Okay. And this is not really for copyright. This is mostly to satisfy Amazon. Okay. Look, here's the ingredients. All right. Notice I'm not getting the name of the recipe. Okay. I don't care about the name of the recipe. Okay. I'm getting the ingredients, and I'm getting the basic directions. Alright? Now look, when it comes to these basic directions, you are not free to use anything that is a form of expression. Okay? Just basic directions. That's all you're allowed to use. Okay? So what do I have here? I got the ingredients, and I have basic directions. If you are reading this a few hours at least before you go to make this energy booster, start by soaking. See this? This is expression right here. Okay, boom. Get rid of that. Start by soaking your almonds and cashews for at least an hour or so, preferably overnight. If you want to make it now, okay, try to soak them for at least 20 minutes. You know, for me, you could leave that. It's fine. Start by blending with the avocado, liquid, and next add the oil and leaves. Finally, add the soaked nuts. Seeds and blend at a high speed until smooth. Okay. So fine. We got basic directions, right? I think for me, man, you know, people are living that gratifying you know, instant gratification era, you know. I think we're gonna go like that. Start by soaking your almonds, cashews for at least 20 minutes. There, boom. And that's what you want, right? That's one recipe, right? Now, what you're like, well, what's the recipe called? Okay, it doesn't matter what this recipe's called. Energy Boosting Smoothie 1, the Green Energy Machine. That's a dumb name. All right, that's a dumb name, and it's boring. All right, all you want is this. You don't want the name. You're gonna come up with your own name. You know, you're gonna come up with your own name. You know, so you don't take the name. You just take the ingredients and the basic directions, the basic cooking directions. No forms of expression should be in these directions, okay? Nothing about like, hey, last night I made this for my girlfriend and it was awesome. Nothing like that should be in these directions, all right? So that's what I wanted to point out first. Now let's get into this ebook in about an hour of training, and I'm going to show you guys what to do, okay? And we're going to walk it all the way through publishing the book on Amazon, okay? So I'm going to go through everything with you guys. All right, let's do this. All right, everybody. So before we move on into the actual building of this ebook, there's a couple things I want to go over with you guys. Number 4 on our list of interesting things here. I want to point this out, and this is kind of like, I got this a lot with the last training that I did on this. What can you expect? People want to know what they can expect. Now look, the ebook in an hour strategy, it's a volume-based method, okay? That means what you can expect is trickle-in sales, all right? And you know, you don't do any marketing for these once you put them up. You just put them up and leave it and forget it, right? So use a little bit of strategy when you create them, and then you're done. You move on. And you can expect trickle-in sales. I have found on average each book sells between 0 and 5 copies a month. What does that mean? That means, yes, you can have flops that sell 0, okay? Now, as you hone down on categories and genres and stuff, and you start seeing the ones that are selling, and then what you do is you maybe make a few more books in that area of things that are selling, right? And then you kind of increase your sales per month. But generally what you can expect is between 0 and 5 copies a month per book.
All right, and what that means is, look, if you're selling them at $2.99 a book and you're making 70%, what that means is, it's a volume based. You have to make a lot of these books, and that's okay because they don't take very long to make. They take about an hour and a half to push one out. Now, I mean, if you had a simple goal of, 3 a week, I mean, look, 52 weeks in a year, here I'm going to do some math. It doesn't take it doesn't take a rocket scientist, to figure out you're going to have, about, what is that, 156 books in a year, just doing 3 a week. Something like that. Yeah, almost getting on to 200 assets. 200 assets setting up for you right there on Amazon in a year, just by doing 3 of these a week. I mean, this is a side thing. This is a side thing that's going to produce revenue for you, passive income. It's easy, dude. It's just simple. So anyways, that's it. And if you want to get hot and heavy into it and just do tons and tons and tons, then yeah, obviously you can jack that up to a full-time income. There's just no doubt about it. Especially if you're focusing on what is selling, what is not selling, and hone in on those categories. These books just don't take very long to make. Okay. Number 5, you don't really market these books after you get them up. They're pretty much set and forget. So what I mean by that is we're going to use a little bit of strategy in the book, and I know I already said this, but we're going to use a little bit of strategy in the book, like with the cover, with the title, with the names of the recipes. We're going to use a little bit of strategy to make them appealing for people, okay? And that's how we're going to kind of market them a little bit, because we're not going to bother them once we get them up. We're going to move on. 6, be conscious of a little bit of entertainment in your recipe book. And that's exactly what I was talking about. A little bit of entertainment in your recipe book. Yeah, it's going to be a recipe book, and yeah, it's just going to be a bunch of recipes. But what can we do to kind of like increase the value of the customer and still not really spend a ton of time on this thing? All right. And one of the things you can do is tell a little story in your introduction. You tell a little story in your introduction that's kind of entertaining. Another thing you can do is you can use pictures for each chapter, each recipe. And you don't want to use pictures of the recipes. At least I wouldn't, because you've never made any of these recipes. Use other pictures, related pictures. What if you give your recipe a funny name? I did a recipe in one of my books called the Blue Banana Bullet Train. All right, the Blue Banana Bullet Train. And this recipe, if I wanted to, I didn't do it, but this recipe, what I could have done is I could have put some crazy picture of like a monkey on a train or something, just kind of a funny picture. Now look, if you're asking about the pictures, okay, you need to find non-copyrighted pictures. You need to find public domain pictures or pictures that are free to use. A lot of pictures out there are copyrighted. So you need to go somewhere like pixabay.com or freeimages.com. You need to go somewhere that have like stock images or public domain images that you're free to use, man. All right, you need to find them. There's tons of places out there, but you need to find them. All right, so be cautious a little bit of entertainment. That's part of your marketing strategy. 7, look guys, this is aggregating non-copyrightable content. All right. You're not ripping anybody off. Now you're going to watch me go into several websites and pulling recipes from these websites. I'm not ripping these people off. They're putting non-copyrightable content on their website, and that's fine. They're free to use it. But guess what? I'm also free to use it. It might as well be public domain content. All right. Those generic listings of ingredients and those basic cooking directions are non-copyrightable. All right. It's not a question of ethics. It's a question of the law, and it's a question of, hey, anybody's free to use that. It's fair use. All right? Anybody is free to use it. Okay, so you're not stealing from the guy who has a recipe website, okay? Any more than like Betty Crocker is stealing from all the people that they got their recipes from, okay? You're not doing it. You're allowed to use those recipes, all right? If I wrote a book about the New York Giants, okay, with statistics in there, those statistics are facts. I'm allowed to write about those statistics. All right. I'm not ripping anyone off. They're just facts. I'm allowed to. This is the law, you guys. So think about it. Educate yourselves on it a little bit. Stop being hung up on this whole like you're ripping somebody off from pulling a recipe off their website because it's nonsense. I mean, it's just nonsense. All you're doing is holding yourself back by thinking that way. Okay? Okay, let's do a quick overview of what we're going to be doing here. Okay? Overview of what we're going to be doing. Okay? First, I'm going to be pulling a book idea. Okay? Next, I'm going to be pulling some recipes for the book idea. I'm going to rename the recipes and build the book. Okay, we'll get into this in depth, but I'm going to rename the recipes and build the book. When I pull those recipes, I'm not getting their names. All I'm getting is the basic ingredients, and I'm getting the basic directions. All right, I'm going to name them myself. All right, I'm going to evaluate the market a little bit, and boom, I'm going to publish on Amazon. All right, easy peasy, simple. And we're going to do it, man. So without further ado, let's get on into this. It's eBook in an hour. All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to round one, book idea. Now look, we're going to try to do this thing in less than, an hour or around an hour. So, we don't want to waste tons and tons of time on this. But let's get at least a feel. The whole key to this, recipe book method, and I just call it that, for just for something to name it, because we don't have to use recipes. We could use other things. Like I said before, sports statistics, exercises, movie names, all kinds of stuff that you can use, but I just call it recipe book method just for, a simple term. Here, I'm going to start here. But the whole thing about it is, you want to niche down on this thing, man. You want to niche down. You don't want to be competing with anybody else. We're not going to be making like these crazy epic novels. We're going to be making books with a simple amount of information in them, and we also want to try to give a little bit of entertainment value. Okay, so we're going to get into how to do that. But let's look at this real quick. All right, we're over here on Google Trends, and what we're doing is we just want to kind of evaluate a few things, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Like, you want an initial idea, okay? Let's say we were talking about the energy smoothie thing. All right, well, I want to do, let's talk about this book idea thing, all right? I want to do energy smoothies, okay? That's great. That's not narrow enough. There's lots of books on Amazon about energy smoothies, all right? Well, smoothies use blenders, okay? So why don't we niche this down a little bit? Why don't we say energy smoothies about energy smoothies for the NutriBullet, right? Or the Vitamix, or the Ninja, or the Blend Tech, right? These are all pretty big blenders, right? Energy smoothies for the NutriBullet, for the Vitamix, for the Ninja, or the Blend Tech. These are all ideas that we could do for that. Okay, so should we niche it down even more? Do we need to niche it down even more? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's stick with that because we got smoothies, and then we're niching it down to energy smoothies, and then we're niching it down to energy smoothies for a specific blender. That should be enough. Let's get rid of this. All right. What about the Vitamix? Right? It's good. Very similar. You go either way with that if you want to. What about the Ninja? This is like one of those things where Ninja means a few different things. So let's type in Ninja blenders, right? Very, very little blip on the radar, man. What about just Ninja blender? There we go. Okay, not quite as popular as these other two, right? Alright, so basically you could carve a niche out of any of those things. Obviously the Vitamix and the NutriBullet are a little bit more competitive with each other. Because I'm like, wow, they're not even, I'm surprised. Yeah, so that makes more sense. Okay, so Blend Tech, even less popularity, okay? Okay, fine. So NutriBullet or Vitamix, probably most popular out of those niches. But any four of those we could work with, right? Any four of those you could work with. You're making an ebook in an hour. You could throw any 4 of those against the wall and see if something sticks. Okay. All right. So let's look at energy smoothies. All right. So here's energy. Let's put benchmark. Okay. Benchmark weight loss smoothies. Okay. You guys see the difference? Weight loss smoothies. Way more people are searching for weight loss smoothies than energy smoothies. It's not even the same ballpark. Okay. What else? How about detox? Detox smoothies. Okay. And detox smoothies are a little bit in the middle there, right? So, and then one more. Okay. How about green smoothies? I messed that spelling up. Sorry, guys. I messed the spelling up, but still, people are still searching for that, even spelled wrong. Crazy, man. Crazy. Holy cow. Do you see that? Green smoothies, right? That's it right there, man. Green smoothies. All right. Look. I'm going, okay, look. Forget the energy smoothies. I'm going green smoothies. And I'm going to go Vitamix on this, okay? Or NutriBullet. Let me get to Amazon and see what looks better, and then we'll figure it out. Okay, guys? Let's go over to Amazon real quick. I'm looking for ebooks, guys. I'm not looking for physical copy books. I want to know what kind of competition is in the ebooks. All right, green smoothies for the Vitamix. Let's just go Kindle Store on this. Okay, green smoothies for the Vitamix. Okay, green smoothies for the Vitamix. 47 results. So, what about for the NutriBullet? 61 results. And what about for the Blendtec? Okay. 1 result, man. 1 result. 1 result, man. Not even on the radar. Right? And that 1 result is not even, it's not even for the Blendtec. The Blendtec's not even it's not even on the market, man. Crazy. Weight loss and green, man. All right, so cool. You know what? I think look, I mean, and the thing about this is you want to move in and just dominate something. You don't want a bunch of competition, even if it's less, people. Even if it's less people searching for it, doesn't matter. The people that will be searching for it, you will be the answer, right? So I'm thinking, I think on this, I just go, green smoothies for the Blendtec. The one in the category that I got doesn't even say Blendtec in the title. Ours is going to say Blendtec in the title. That's perfect. I'm going to go, so look, here's what I'm going to do. Book idea, I'm going to go 20 green smoothie recipes for your Blendtec. Okay, so cool. For your Blendtec. All right, look, and my thing is this. All right, that's my idea. That's not the title of my book. My book title is going to be more catchy than that. All right, it's going to be more catchy than this. I repeat, this is not my book title. This is my premise for the book. 20 green smoothie recipes for Blendtec. Boom, easy. All right, cool. Let's get on to the next step. All right, guys, so the next step here is we're going to pull some recipes, right? Now look, we're looking for 20 green smoothie recipes for your Blendtec. It's not too many. It's not too few. It's just right. It's just a small little piece of information that provides value to someone who wants to start doing some green smoothies, right? Someone's trying to get into shape. They're trying to lose some weight. They're trying to be more healthy with their body. this is going to give them a nice little piece of information. 20 cool green smoothie recipes that they can do for their blend tech, right? So pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull 20 green smoothie recipes, all right? Now, I'm not going to go through on camera here and pull all 20 of them, but I want to show you a few to get the idea. I want to pull all my recipes from different sources, all right? Green smoothie recipes. That's what I'm going to type in, green smoothie recipes. 11 delicious green smoothie recipes, all right? We'll pull one from this site. Okay. Some of these sites, man, with the Pinterest integration and stuff, it's just a pain in the butt. Okay, this one's not bad. Okay, here's what we're going to do, right? We're going to get the ingredients. All we want. Okay, and what I'm gonna do, tell you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up a new one. Well, I got a new computer, you guys, not too long ago, and I'm just kind of like, I'm used to Windows 7. This has got Windows 8.1 on it or something, and it's just, oh man, I hate new stuff, man. Anyways, whatever. We're gonna get the ingredients, and then we're gonna get the basic preparation directions. All right, simple. Boom. All right, that's one recipe. Now look, you're not gonna get the title. We're gonna call it. We're gonna give it our own unique title. Okay, we're not even getting the title. All right, this is one. All right, now I need 20, and I need them to be all from different places, because remember what I was telling you guys. Okay, when you put a list of recipes together, now that's a collection. That's a form of expression. Okay? You can't steal someone's form of expression. All right? That's not cool. But a mere list of ingredients and basic preparation directions is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to do that. But what you're doing is you're taking non-copyrightable content, you're aggregating it together to form your own unique form of expression, right? And I got kind of like off on some weird sidetrack here, so let me back the truck up. Some green smoothie recipes on this site. It's very important that you're kind of picking and choosing and taking things from different places, okay, you guys? So let's look here. Let's just, all right. Here's some nice nice ingredients. And you know, like, look, we're doing smoothies, so pretty simple. You know, you just most of the time the preparations are just, you know, put it in the blender and go. You know, see this right here? I use a Vitamix. You don't want that. That's a form of expression. Okay, you just want the basic directions. Don't worry about it right now. You know, we're just getting the stuff. You know, we'll edit it later. All right, let's just pull our recipes. Okay. When we're building the book, we'll get out all the forms of expression. So you see I just pulled from that other site there. Now I pulled one from this site. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a couple more just to show you guys what's up. All right. There's my 3. Let me just make this a little bit more manageable. All right, sweet. All right, and then directions. I mean, come on. It's directions for a smoothie. Come on, guys. You can just make this stuff up. Place banana, kale, flaxseed, coconut in the blender. Pour in the milk and orange juice. Cover, puree until smooth. Serve. Come on, man. You can just make that up. Give me a break. All right. So you guys see pretty much how it works. You're gonna get your smoothie recipes from different sites. Okay. I'm gonna get 20 of them. I should get them from 20 different places. Okay. Pull your recipes from different sources. It's not gonna take me very long. Let me go ahead and grab them real quick, and I'll meet you guys. We're gonna build it. I'm gonna use special software to build this ebook, so it's really fast. It formats it for me really quickly, and it really speeds up my process. And really, this is the key to ebook in an hour. Okay, there's no way I could do these ebooks this fast without this software, and that's why I like it. It's really cool. Do you need it? Do you have to have it? No, it just really speeds things up. And if you want to make about 400 or 500 ebooks, you really probably need it. So, anyways, let's let's go ahead and get on to the next step. All right, guys. So I just finished pulling my 20 green smoothie recipes. None of them have titles. I just pulled the simple recipes and the basic directions. All right. So that's what we got now. So our next step is going to be to rename the recipes and build the book. Now look, I would never. I mean, you guys can do what you want to do. I mean, but I know how to format the Kindle books in a Word document, and it takes like forever, dude. It takes forever. It doesn't take like too long. I mean, you can do it. Basically, you gotta create a table of contents so people can actually click on the table of contents and then go, and then that takes them directly to the chapter. You save that as a Word document. Then you need to be able to convert that into an HTML file, okay? And there's a website you can go to do that. But look, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. It's fine if you're just going to make 1 or 2 ebooks and you're making an ebook or whatever. But honestly, if I'm doing that, I'll just pay someone on Fiverr to have it done for me. But if I'm going to make hundreds of little ebooks, little recipe ebooks, dude, I can't pay someone on Fiverr to format every one of those books, and I can't mess around doing it myself. That's ridiculous. So for this method to work, it's important to have a piece of software like KD Publishing Pro. I'll put a link in the description here if you guys want to pick this software up. If you're going to do this method, this recipe book method, it's pretty critical to have a program like KD Publishing Pro. That's just the way it is. I mean, do what you want to do, but you know, I'm just being honest with you. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go open up the old KD Publishing Pro here. You're gonna start a new project. I love this, man. This program makes things so easy. Remember I told you before that wasn't gonna be our book title. That was just that 20 green smoothie recipes wasn't gonna be our book title. That was just going to be our idea, right? So I think what we're going to do now is let's put this in here, and we're probably going to end up changing it, okay? 20 green smoothie recipes for your blend tech. Now look, when you're writing these recipe books, there's a chance you're going to be moving through different genres, okay? You're going to be moving through different genres. You're going to be in the the hot dog genre today. Maybe next weekend you'll be working out of the smoothie genre. You're going to be moving in different niches, all right? If you use the same author name for all of them, right, you're just going to confuse people. You're going to confuse readers. I recommend having a different pen name for each genre that you're in. Like if I'm going to be in the green smoothie genre right here, I might have one pen name, and then if I want to be in the the hamburger recipe niche, tomorrow I might use a different pen name. Me, I divided my pen names based on what niche I'm in. Okay, I got a pen name I've been using for some for a few smoothie recipes I did. So a Tarzan green on this one, okay? All right. So now what I want to do is I want to add a chapter, right? The first chapter is going to be easy, you guys. Introduction, right? An introduction, this is going to be our chance to give a little bit of humor, all right? Just a little bit of humor, make it not so serious, all right? And also this is a little bit of a way for even if you're not funny or you're not trying to give humor, it's a little bit of a way to give some entertainment. You can do that with a simple story. You can do that with anything, okay? Um, for us, we're using green smoothies in the blend tech. Um, and, I'll just go off the, listen, I don't like to lie to people. I don't like to do it, okay? I'm not going to lie to people. So, and you don't have to lie to people, all right? You can do an introduction for your smoothie book or your recipe book without lying to people, all right? Just be like, okay, we're going to do 20 green smoothies in the blend tech. You know, you can do this as long or short as you want, okay? Now, I'll tell you, if you don't know what to put in the intro, a great way to do it, is to, green smoothie story. Look it up. Green smoothie story. My green smoothie success story, right? And then, okay, growing up, I wasn't aware of what healthy food was. A typical dinner was chicken nuggets, mozzarella sticks, no veggies. Didn't have a vegetable with most canned potatoes. By the time I reached my early 20s, I had higher than normal cholesterol, difficult time managing my weight, chronic acne, frequent heartburn. Tried a variety of diets, nothing worked. I weighed 147 pounds. I wish I weighed 147 pounds, man. Well, I don't want to be that light, but it was the most I ever weighed. All. All right, along came the green smoothie. All right, decided to incorporate it into my daily routine. Fan of the, okay, 40 pounds. Cholesterol dropped 50 points. Okay, I get it. I get the gist of it. Okay, so here's what we do, with a situation like that. What you want to do is, okay, you want to be like, okay, for, okay. As I, as I weigh myself, now this is all true, guys. What I'm writing here is true. As I weigh myself right now, I can tell you that I weigh in at a whopping 236 pounds. Without a doubt, this is the heaviest I have ever been. Alright? About this heaviest I've ever been. I decided, or rather, I made a promise to myself that something has to change. As I weigh myself right now, I can tell you that I weigh in, man, you know what? I weigh in at a whopping 230 pounds. Without doubt, this is the heaviest I've ever been. I decided, or rather I made a promise to myself. Now this KD Publishing Pro is basically just like Word. Makes it really easy. I decided that's fine. I decided, or rather I made a promise to myself, that something had to change. I was tired of being overweight. That's the problem when you work for yourself and your job is sitting at a computer all day. You tend to gain weight. I'm just telling a real story to people here. Now, I am not complaining. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. This is too small right here. All right. This needs to be like, I want this to be like 14 at least. All right. Tend to gain weight. Now, I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. I love working for myself. Have it any other way. That being said, however, I never anticipated all the weight gain I would experience. Well, recently I've been reading a lot of stories about people lowering their cholesterol, losing a ton of weight, and just generally forming their lives with these green smoothies. I had no idea what it was all about. Although didn't know what I was doing. I know one thing. I am good at research. I know what I was doing. I know one thing. I'm good at research. Very quickly, I set about researching the best green smoothie recipes that I could find. You see what I'm doing, guys? I'm basically saying I've never even tried these recipes before. This is an aggregation. Very quickly, I set about researching the best green smoothie recipes I could find. The cream of the crop. Those with the most potential to help me lose weight, start feeling good again, and regain my confidence. There is no reason under the sun why I need to keep these to myself. I wanted to publish this book to share my findings with you. This book to share my findings with you. I believe that these recipes will help anyone lose weight, feel great, and and regain self-confidence. With all that being said, let's get into the smoothies. It's a lot of explanation points, isn't it? Alright, cool. That's a pretty good introduction. Alright, cool. Alright, let's add a chapter. Alright, let's go to number 1. It's as simple as this, right? Make sure you're not using any content that is. Make sure you're not using any content that is a form of expression. 2 packet, 2 scoops, daily burn, fuel, protein. This is just protein powder, okay? Slip 2 scoops change that to protein powder, you know. It's great. Okay, great. So, and I usually take like the main focal point of the recipe and come up with the title for it. So two scoops of protein powder, 1 cup unsweetened almond milk, 1 cup spinach, 1 pear cord. You know, the spinach, the spinach, spectacular, the spinach pear spectacular, spinach. How about this? Horrific. The spinach pearific spectacular. All right. All right, yeah. Blend all ingredients, mix until smooth. Great. Okay. Add a chapter. Okay. I'm going to do one more here, and then I'll cut this video off, and I'll finish the rest of them. And all I'm going to do is just go through and add these and name them. Okay. That's all I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to do number 2. Okay. This I use a Vitamix. No, that's a no-no. Okay. Followed by the soft fruit. Add the greens to your blender last. Blend on high for 30 seconds until smoothie is creamy. All right. Easy enough. All right. Easy enough. Okay. 1 banana peeled. Pouch frozen Aussie puree. Some of Aussie, I mean, that's like the biggest weird ingredient. Aussie. Astounding. Yeah. That's good enough, man. Aussie astounding. Little weak. Look, man, go all out with these recipe names, okay? Give them the craziest, dumbest, weirdest names you can think of, man. Just catchy stuff, all right? These two right here are a little bit weak. Spinach, Perific, Spectacular is not too bad. The Aussie Astounding is a little on the weak side, okay? I'm going to do a couple more of these just so you guys understand about the whole form of expression thing. You don't want to get any forms of expression in there, okay? Okay. 1/3 cup orange juice. Place banana, kale, flax milk in a blender. Pour milk, cover, juice, pair until smooth. Ready to smooth serve. All right, sweet. All right. All right. Kale. Kamikaze. Kale kamikaze. Flaximum. Kale kamikaze flaximum. That's pretty good. Kale kamikaze flaximum. Alright, man. That's funny. Alright, and this is basically, what you do. Alright? Real easy, just kind of breezing through this thing. Okay? 4 clementines peeled, strings mostly removed. Yeah, this string's mostly removed. I mean, hey, whatever, man. You know what I mean? You're putting it in a blender. Give me a break. Sub, non, you know what? We're going to forget that sub stuff. Okay? 1 big handful of greens. I love spinach. No. That's a form of expression. You can't put that in there. 3 to 4 ice cubes. Optional. A fresh new mint cilantro. Add all ingredients to blender. Blend to creamy and smooth. Just flavor is needed. Adding more bananas for sweetness. You don't need all that. Okay. All right. Cool. 4 to 5 clementines peeled. Right. This is a little. I like to think smoothie names like band names. The Cool Hand Clementine. Cool Hand Clementine. Cool Hand Clementine. Alright, so you see what I'm doing. I'm basically putting the book together. And the Spinach Perific Spectacular. And I think right now my best name is probably the Spinach Perific Spectacular. So what I generally do is I take my my coolest name after I get all 20 names. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me stop this video here. Let me finish naming all these things, and then we'll name the book, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright guys, so what is up? Here we are here. I just named all my recipes. I got all the forms of expression out of my recipes. And I tell you something, I think I really outdid myself with these recipe names. The Organic Mechanic, the Greenster Strikes Again, Survivor Island or Bust. My favorite, personal favorite, Ogres Have Layers. That's great, man. On an Avocado Island, Charred on the Pavement, Freddy's Bar, Green Thicky Special. Look, here's the thing about the weird recipe titles, okay? These are part of your marketing, all right? These titles help to sell your book. You have to remember, with this strategy, you're not going to be marketing these books. So, like, when people see the title of your book, they're like, wow, that's a weird title. That's pretty, what's that all about? Then they look at the sample, they flip it open, and they see the titles of the recipes, and they're all really weird. The Magic Mango Cucumber Crash, the Cool Hand Clementine, the Kale Kamikaze Flaximum. These are really weird names, okay? So this is going to inspire them to possibly buy the book, all right? And that's what the weird names are all about. Also, it helps you to be more original, okay? In Amazon's eyes, this is going to help you to be more original. So the weird titles are, they're not just there to be funny. They're there for entertainment, and that's true, but they're critical so that you seem more original, okay? The Great American Green Tea Beast. I'll tell you what we want to do is we want to use one of these weird names, and then we want to put like and 19 more, right? And 19 more, because we got 20 recipes. So what we want to do is we want to be like, now look at this one. I just want to point this out. Mike's Morning Hangover Remedy. Who's Mike? I don't know. I just made that name up. I'm from America. Our names don't mean jack, right? To quote Pulp Fiction. It doesn't matter, okay? It's just a dumb name, you know? It's a dumb name. It kind of alludes to something. It kind of alludes to something personal. It really doesn't mean anything personal, but putting it there, I mean, people are reading in between lines. They're filling in the blanks with their own stories, right? Sometimes just a really interesting title can get people filling in the blanks with their own stories. And that's cool. That's what you need. It's kind of like free marketing for you, okay? I think the Great American Green Tea Beast is pretty sweet, though, okay? So I'm going to be like this, right? The Great American Green Tea Beast. And 19 more green smoothies for your blend tech, right? All right, so there it is. Let's put this on the desktop. Okay, and what we're going to do is we definitely want to add a copyright page. Why? Because this collection of recipes together is copyrighted, right? We're going to change that to 2015. This software came out in 2012, by the way. They're still updating it. It's still going strong. I still love it. All right? Oldie but goodie, very stable, very reliable. It helps me make money. Love it. All right? All rights reserved. Okay? So, show TOC numbers. Boom. Absolutely. All right. Got our table of contents. Check that. All right. I'm not even going to worry about the marketing thing. And you can come over here and you can add a call to action at the beginning, call to action at the end if you want. This is great if you want to put a back end in, if you want to offer people bonuses, like on a website or something to collect email addresses. That's great. Or at the end, if you've done a lot of these recipe books and you want to kind of link them together, this is a great place to just put in your call to action links. All right. Alright guys, so what I'm thinking is I want to switch my author name real quick before I save this thing. Tarzan Green is another name I was using for NutriBullet smoothies and stuff like that. So I think this is the Blend Tech Big Ben Blend Tech. Big Ben Blend Texter. we'll leave it like that. Big Ben Blend Texter. And I want to save this before I do anything else. And we got it right there. And that's great. Okay. Now what I want to do next is I just want to go ahead and now if you look over here on my desktop, sorry guys, it's getting late. Look at my desktop here. I did take a little bit of a break, and then I came back to this, just so you know. At the end here, we'll clock up how much time I got invested. Okay, so here it is, right? DOC file. I want to open this with Microsoft Word. So, and it looks like this, right? When you open it up, I got this in kind of a weird, wacky 4-page mode. Like I said, I just got a new computer, and I'm still getting the hang of it. But anyway, these, it might look just like a Word document to you, but the fact of the matter is, this is all formatted, okay? It's all formatted. If I go down here, hold down Control and left click, I'll go to the Ogres Have Layers recipe, okay? And that's just the way it is. So let me go ahead and close this. So, okay guys, so we got all our recipes in there. We got a bunch of cool names. It's great. Now we need to just wrap this thing up, okay? So let's add that last chapter on. We got our name, Big Blend Texter. It's so funny, man. We're going to add this last chapter, okay? So we're going to call this conclusion. All right, everybody. All right, everybody. That is my top 20 green smoothies. That is my top 20 green smoothies from the Ogres Have Layers to the from the Ogres Have Layers from the Ogres Have Layers to the Ossia Astounding. They all have a special place in my heart. Place in my heart. That's astounding. They all have a special place in my heart. I hope they can help you on your journey to a healthier, more fit, and more happy life. More fit, life. Your life. Look, I don't ask for feedback on these books, okay? You know, a lot of people are like, oh, hey, ask for feedback on your books. Make sure you ask for feedback. Look, we're providing a small amount of information here. It's good information that's going to help them, but there's not a ton of information here. We didn't put a ton of time and effort into these books. Sometimes when you ask for feedback, you're just waking a sleeping giant. I mean, the information's good, but we didn't go above and beyond. You know, we didn't put anything crazy in there that would really make someone want to give us great feedback. So I generally, when I'm knocking out these kind of ebooks, I don't even bother asking for feedback, okay? Appreciate you picking up my book. I'll see you in the next one. book, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh yeah, now here's something you can do. Oh yeah, and if you have anything that you would love to see recipes about, hit me up by email and then, make an email for your pen name, all right? Just make a quick Gmail for your pen name. This is going to give you ideas. You're going to ask them to give you ideas for your recipe books. This is very helpful. Big Ben Blend Texter at gmail.com. All right? Peace, everybody. Big Ben. All right. All right, and that's it. That's it. Simple conclusion chapter. Simple conclusion chapter. And that is it. All right. And that's it. Let's make sure this looks right. This right here, it's ready to be uploaded to Kindle. Okay? Right now, it's ready to be uploaded. All right, so a lot of times, now in KD Publishing Pro, it's got this thing here where you can submit. I haven't found it to work very good. I don't think it works very good. I don't really mess with that aspect of KD Publishing Pro that much. I don't think it's that great. What I love about KD Publishing Pro is the fact that I can build books very quickly and it formats them for me. I got them sitting right here on my desktop, then I can go right over to Amazon and submit my book. It is awesome. All right, so anyways, let's move on to the next step, you guys. All right, guys, cool. Now let's pull up our little checklist here. We pulled the recipes, check. Rename recipes and built the book, check. Evaluate the market, publish on Amazon. That's great. You know what? Let's do 3.5 on this one. All right. Get cover together. Now look, if you're making a really nice book and you're really gonna put a little time into it, just go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. Just get someone to make you a cover. But when we're doing this like recipe book thing and it's all about volume and you're gonna be making a lot of these books, you can't afford to just blow dough on covers. I mean, it's dumb. So look, we're going to use simple cover method here, okay? We're going to go to a site like Pixabay and we're going to find a cover. We're going to find a picture that works for our cover, all right? We're going to try to invoke on some emotions. The people who are interested in buying these green smoothies are probably people who are looking to get in shape, and they're not in that great of shape right now. You know, we can use a couple of tools at our disposal. We can use humor. All right, we got some really funny names in our book, so humor's good. Humor's great. You know, these are people who are trying to get in shape, but they can appreciate a good laugh. I mean, they've been overweight for a little while. They can probably appreciate a good laugh. Okay, so humor is something we can use, but also, you know, they want to be champions, right? They want to be fierce competitors, right? So, you know, two things that come to my mind. One, you know, animals that are fierce. Animals that are fierce, because animals can be kind of funny and they can be fierce. And two, like champions, like boxers or something, you know? How about let's try animals first. How about let's try, you know, my old standby is tigers. Let's try tigers. Tigers. Any of these tigers that say, you know, perfect, because our title is the Great American Green Tea Beast, and 19 more smoothies for your green smoothies for your blend tech. That's great, man. Yeah, the Green Tea Beast. We need a crazy tiger, you know, a Crazy tiger, man. Look at that thing right there. We need a tiger that's kind of funny, man. A funny tiger, not just a. This one's yawning, man. He's yawning. Oh, this one. Not Tiger Woods either, man. That ain't gonna work. That's a good one. How about we need Tiger roaring? How about that? Tiger roaring. Yeah, that was pretty good. That's funny, man. All right, that's funny. No, I like this one. Yeah, there's that's what I want right there. Let's get this thing. I got this cat right here. Cut. I'll just put him on my desktop. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and open this up first. Okay. I like to use the good old handy dandy PowerPoint. You know, it's gonna orient this slide. Basically, I'm just putting a cover together real quick for this book, guys. I don't want to spend a ton of time doing it, uh, but I do want to put something together. All right, look at this dumb cat, man. That is hilarious. Oh man, that is rich. All right, American Beast, the Great American Green Tea Beast. Man, this is insane right here. This is just funny. All right, let's see. We gotta make this a look a little more look a little bit more fancy. Yeah, we gotta make it look a little cooler. All right, I think let's just oh man, too awesome. It's too awesome. All right, what would this look like? I'll tell you one thing though. I'll tell you one thing. What we could do to make this cooler is, you know, make it a different color, man, because the color is, you know, yeah. All right, I like that. The Great American Green Tea Beast. And 19 more green tea smoothies for your blend tech. Right? And this is gonna be like a green kind of kind of thing. Man, I'll tell you, I don't think we can read this good enough right here. This needs to be like, you need to be able to read that a little bit better, you know? That's that subtitle, you know, that subtitle thing. You gotta be able to read that a little bit better. All right, that's better. That's better. I like that. That's kind of cool. Uh, the whole thing about this is you don't want to spend too much time on this, you guys. You know, I don't, you know, generally I don't spend too much time on something like this. It's funny, man. It's funny. It might look cool though. It might look cool with the with if we filled the shape, you know. That's funny, man. That's funny, man. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. All right, cool. Now let's put a let's put a let's put a name on that, man. What I don't even remember what I said. Big Ben Blend Texter. Yeah, Big Ben Blend Texter. I tell you something. I think with that title, what we gotta do is put a little bit of glow around that, you know, so it kind of stands out a little bit. And after that, I think you know, I think we're good to go. Big Ben Blend Texter. Yeah, man, that's great. Listen, you might be thinking, dude, that is an ugly looking cover, man. It really is an ugly looking cover. But what you gotta remember is it's not always about a pretty cover. Sometimes it's about being funny. All right. This cover's funny. All right, and that's the bottom line. It goes with our theme of trying to be light and tongue in cheek. Okay, so that's what that's all about. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna save this to our desktop as a PNG. All right. All right. What's the next step? Let's put this to the right dimensions. We'll go over there to PicMonkey, monkey.com. All right. All right. There's 1,000 on the long side right there. So we're gonna save it. All right. All right. That's great. Now, next step, we're going to upload this sucker. All right, I'll see you guys in the next step. All right, here we are on Amazon KDP, and I'm on the new book screen. All right, so cool. Uh, we're going to go ahead and we're going to enter this book in. So this is going to be called the Great American Green Tea Beast, and 19 more green smoothies for your blend. Now look guys, here's the thing. We don't need a subtitle for this one. Exclamation point. Alright, cool. You know, not part of a series yet, but it's fine. We'll just leave that blank right now. First edition. Publisher's optional. Hey look, I recommend going ahead and putting the publisher down. You can link books with the publisher. Like if I do a bunch of more smoothie recipe books for under the blend tech and stuff, I can link them all with the publishing or with the pen name. This is the way you can kind of cross promote your books. Okay, so publisher, I would say Big Ben Texter Publishing. All right, and if I use this guy's name for like another book, I can just I can just use it. I can just do that same publishing thing again. Okay, so for the description of the book, look, if we're really getting into doing a good job on a book, I'll use some HTML on the description and really try. But with these books, some of it's about time. Okay, a lot of it is about time. You don't want to spend a ton of time on this. So for me, the description can easily just be a little part of my introduction. That's a problem. Plans. Okay, let's see about researching. Although I didn't know what I was doing. Well, recently, a ton of stories about So we're going to take part of the introduction here, kind of use it as the description. Maybe change it a tiny bit. Okay. Recently, I've been reading a lot of stories about people learning cholesterol, losing a ton of weight, and just generally transforming their lives with these green smoothies. I had no idea what it was all about. Although I didn't know what I was doing, I knew one thing. I was good at research. Very quickly, okay, so I'm going to do lives with these greens with instead of these, let's put with green smoothies. Very quickly, I set about researching the best I'm going to find the cream of the crop. Those are the most potential to help me. Confidence. The reason why I saw I research this for myself. Publish, and that's it. That's it. That's great. Book contributors. Ben Texter. A lot of people ask, well, how do I get paid if I'm using a pen name? Well, you get paid by your account, your Amazon KDP account. It doesn't matter about the pen name. The account is connected to a bank account. You can use as many pen names under that account as you want. You got to look at the account kind of like a publishing company, or like a, it's not the author. Okay, the account is what pays your bank account. If that makes sense. Okay. Okay, and language English, that's being optional. This is not a public domain work. Okay, although we are using non-copyrightable content. Okay, we went over this earlier. This is a form of expression. It's a collection of recipes that we put together. It's a form of expression. Okay, this gives you the right to claim it as a non-public domain work. It gives you the right to get your 70% commission, okay? Or royalty, 70% royalty. Categories, you want to list this in 2 major categories, okay? This is a way to spread your book around. So let's try cooking beverages. Okay, cooking beverages, non-alcoholic. Okay, and let's get out of cooking and let's get another major category like health and fitness. Okay, about that. How about diet and nutrition? How about weight loss? How about that? That's 2 major categories, right? And that gives you a better potential for getting your book seen. You know what I'm saying? So that's great. No minimum age on that. No US grade range on that. 7 keywords. Blend tech, smoothies. No, blend tech, recipes. Okay. Okay, we know what they're looking for on Google Trends, right? Green smoothies. recipes, weight loss smoothies. See, the thing about it is we really want to kind of narrow in on the blend tech and the whole green smoothie thing. So you only get 7 of them. Blend tech recipes, green smoothie recipes, green smoothies for the blend tech recipes for weight loss. 1, 2, 3, 4. Green smoothies. Health. Peas. I'm kind of just doing this tongue-in-cheek just to kind of show you guys how to do it. I mean, you can go to like Google AdWord Planner and get better keywords if you want. I mean, you can do that. Normally, if I'm trying a little bit harder, I just go to Google Keyword Planner and do it that way. But, you know, it's whatever. Look, and this is a book. I'm going to spend about an hour and a half I'm going to have in this book, okay? And you know what? It might not make me any money. Like I told you guys, 0 to 5 units a month probably. But if I hit on something, if I start selling maybe 1 or 2 units a month on this, I might go back in and fix my keywords. I might go back in and expand it and make it a little bit better. And I might do a few more books around the same area. Maybe I'll do a few more blend tech books. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on if I hit on something. If I hit on a little genre that people are into, I'll go back and I'll expand my book and I'll make some more books, okay? And that's the way it works, and that's how you want to approach it. Don't spend a bunch of time up front like that, though. You know, wait until you see something that hits. That's how I look at it. You know, you don't have a lot of time invested in this. Basically, I'm using my keywords. I'm basically just capitalizing on blend tech, and I'm capitalizing on green smoothies, and that's kind of the way I'm going for it. Um, and I know, like on my last video, I did those people. On my last video, I did sorry. On my last video, I did like this. I know I had people telling me, how many copies of this book did you sell? Look, this book right here, like I told you, I don't know if it's going to sell any or not. I really don't care, because in a week I could do 30 of these if I wanted to, at least. Some of them are going to sell. Some of them are going to hit. You know, some of them are going to hit. But this is a volume-based method. You can't base it off of just one book. Anyways, all right, let's look at this. Let's get our image up. We're using strategy with this book. To make it work for us. We know the cover is using humor. Alright, there's our beautiful cover. Alright, let's get the book up. There she is right there. I will say while this is going, you guys have any trouble with them saying, oh, hey, you know, this is already available for free or whatever, just, I mean, what you do is you just delete the listing, okay? You just delete it and you re-upload it, a new one, okay? You change the titles and stuff, and you re-upload it. You don't try to like fix it and then upload it again. That doesn't, or these spelling errors. Oh man, I'm not worried about all that. We're good to go on that. Alright. Alright. Very cool. Worldwide rights on that. We'll take that 70% royalty. Thank you very much. Be $2.99. $2.99, $2.99. All right. And one thing I will say about this real quick, guys, is go ahead and let's go back to this part really quick. We're gonna go ahead and enroll this in KDP. We're not putting this anywhere but on Kindle, so there's no reason why we wouldn't enroll it in KDP. You know what I mean? No reason whatsoever. So let's go ahead and enroll it in KDP there, and then you'll be able to collect your 70% royalty in some of these other countries as well. Okay, so very cool. And save and publish, man. There. Click save and publish the new, confirm royal rights necessary to upload the content. You guys know we do. We went through it. Alright. So, I'm going to go ahead and be done with this for now. And I will get back to you guys in the final video once this thing is published. So, alright guys, what is up? I just wanted to check in with you real quick. It's only been about 20 minutes maybe. As you can see, my Great American Green Tea Beast book and 19 more green smoothies for your blend tech, it's already being published. It's already publishing. Title is being published to Kindle. Confirmation email will be sent to you. Title goes live on the store. It's great, man. It's already being published. It's not in review anymore. It's already being published. Good to go. Easy peasy, man. No problem at all. If you follow it the way I told you to do it, you're going to be just fine, man. For real. So anyways, hope this video has helped all you guys. And I'll catch up to you. Maybe I'll do one more quick video showing you when it's actually published. That'll probably be tomorrow. So other than that, man, I'll see you guys. Peace. Alright guys, just wanted to check back in with you real quick, let you know here I am on my Kindle KDP publishing account. As you can see, the Great American Green Tea Beast and 19 more green smoothies for your blend tech is live. This is only like maybe a couple hours after I actually published it, so it was basically fast-tracked. It was super easy. You guys watched me go through the process. There's absolutely no reason why any of you cannot do this exact thing. Repeat the process like several times a day, and you'll be putting assets up there. And that's just the way it is, man. It's not difficult. So anyways, I hope this has been helpful to you guys. If so, please like, please share, please subscribe to my channel. And hey man, make sure you get over there and check out adventuresontheriver.com. It's my site. And you can't make a lot of money off of a method like this without a piece of software like KD Publishing Pro. It's just going to take too long to churn out the ebooks. But if you got a little quick simple piece of software like that, you can do it pretty easy. Click the link below to pick up that software. You will make your money back several times over. Anyways, I'll catch up with you guys. Peace.